All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Suffering from the gross human rights abuses from Nigerian military. It is only in Nigeria you will see something like this. Take a look. That was Nigeria military officers shooting sporadically at residential areas. Who are they looking for? They are looking for people who are protesting and people who are agitating against bad government. That is not enough. Since 2015 of this APC administration in Nigeria, the Nigerian military and Air Force have carried out 14 airstrikes against civilians. They called it a mistake. Yeah. Anytime they carry out strike against civilians, they said the terrorist was the target, but it was a mistake that they mistake the residents as the terrorists and they will kill them. Sometimes the number will be up to 50 persons at once. This is not a joke. And the worst thing about this situation is that the military officers have never been brought to book. They are not paying compensation for the civilians killed. They are not paying damages. Nobody is going to prison for this. Like last year, before I will tell you what happened yesterday being December 25th, 2024. Last year, this is what happened. Take a listen.
In Nigeria, an army drone strike accidentally killed at least 85 civilians Sunday in a village in northwest Kaduna State. That's one of the deadliest military bombing accidents in the country's history. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu went on to order an investigation after the army admitted one of its drones accidentally struck a village as residents were celebrating a Muslim festival. Chinwe Osandu told us more from Lagos.
So this accidental attack on this during the festivities in Kaduna has actually left people devastated. According to the recent news from the army, the director of defense media operations said in a statement this morning that the area surveillance captured movements of persons synonymous with terrorist tactics and modus operandi. Buba explained that they observe advanced terrorist movements around their infrastructure, and according to him, the threat was eliminated to prevent what they had gathered that posed a threat to their own infrastructure. It should be noted that terrorists often deliberately embed themselves within civilian population centers for civilian population to bear the consequences of their atrocity. Nevertheless, the Nigerian military has done its best at all times to distinguish between the civilians and the terrorists. So according to them, this is their declaration. However, this is not very welcoming amongst the populace, which actually bear the consequences.
Yes, that is the kind of news you see from Nigeria. Where on Nigeria will the military be targeting civilians, just striking civilians for nothing, without any repercussion, and it will continue to come consistently? It's not because it happened once in a blue moon, once in a decade, once in a year. This is something they are strategically doing. And there is an allegation that this is part of the ethnic cleansing, that one of the Nigerian former military heads made an allegation that Nigerian military is conniving with the terrorists to carry out ethnic cleansing. Listen to it.
Taraba is a mini state. It's a mini Nigeria composed of various ethnic groups living together reasonably peacefully. But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state, and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one. The ethnic cleansing must stop in Taraba State. It must stop in all the states of Nigeria. Otherwise, Somalia will be a child's play. I ask every one of you to be alert and defend your country, defend your territory, defend your state. You have nowhere else to go. You have nowhere else to go. God bless our country.
Yes, you heard him well. His name is T.Y. Danjuma. He is the former Chief of Army Staff to Nigerian government. So if such personnel could come out to lay an allegation, I think there is all tendency for people to believe what he's saying, because he has served in that capacity of knowing what the military are capable of doing. Now, this is what the Sahara reporters are reporting today. It reads that the Nigerian military fighter jet targeted at Nakurawa terrorists reportedly killed Sokoto community residents. That is what they always say. It was targeted to terrorists, but it kills residents. So what happened? Terrorists, as they said, these Nakurawa terrorists, they told us that they are living at the border. So how come they target the terrorists? Now, let us understand the details of what really transpired. The article reads that a Nigerian military fighter jet targeted a Nakurawa terrorist group has reportedly killed several villagers and injured many others in two communities in Sindame local government area of Sokoto State. The affected communities, Gidan, Sama, and Rumtoa, were struck around 7 a.m. on Wednesday, according to local sources, Daily Post report. According to Daily Trust report, Mandan Yaya, a resident of Sindame, explained that the villages are situated near Surin Forest, a known hideout for the Nakurawa group and bandits. Another source reportedly said the airstrike claimed over 10 lives, leaving many others with various injuries. Alhaji Abubakar Mohammed Daftaram, the chairman of Sindame local government area, who confirmed the incident, said an assessment of the damage was still ongoing. Daftarana was quoted as saying, "The villagers were sitting peacefully when bombs began dropping on the communities. These were innocent, peace-loving people with no criminal records. It is too early to provide the exact number of casualties as we are still evaluating the situation. However, when contacted, the Sokoto State Police Public Relations Officer, ASP, Ahmed Rufai, said the incident was not related to police operation." That is the situation in Nigeria, and it is so painful because there is nobody that is going to hold them accountable. Nobody has been holding them accountable. The International Criminal Court, the UN Humanitarian Agency, human rights groups, nobody even tried to express their opinion on what is going on in Nigeria. Everybody is just looking at Ukraine, Gaza, Syria, but worst is happening in Africa, in quote, Nigeria. So, what is the future of these people who don't have hope anymore? The number of deaths, number of casualties in Nigeria outnumbered both people who have died in Ukraine and in Gaza. Yet the world is not talking about it. Who is going to help Africans if they do not help themselves? And that is why I am calling on everyone on this African continent. We must rise to the occasion of defending ourselves. You don't have to hope or trust in any foreign organization anymore to help you. France has been in Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. They were there in their presence. Terrorists took over the countries until the military helped in recovering the country from the corrupt democratic regime. This is the reality of Africa, especially in Nigeria.